Hello again everybody, welcome to another Sunday night short. I think this is number 39. Well, news is a little bit better. The Honda Beat seems to be fixed. I took it into work last week and it was fine. Didn't have any problems with it. So hopefully that's all sorted out, though I'm not sure that this roof is any more waterproof than the other one. It was virtually standing water in there at one stage. And the Yamaha is now fixed. I soldered together the cut wiring, and I may put out some video footage of the repair I did there. I've done a little bit of machining work for the Morini recommission. I made some new clevis pins, so that's going to be the bulk of this episode. And I've done a little bit more work on the bike, so that will hopefully be an update on the recommission videos. And I think that's about it for the moment. It's getting cold out here. There's no real heating. If I was a bit more organised, there might be space for a wood burner, which would be cost effective to run. But I can only kind of justify little bursts of heat, so that kind of puts work back on. It was barely above freezing when I was out here yesterday. It's a lot warmer today, so I've got the dehumidifiers on to make sure we don't going to get any condensation problems. Obviously running up to Christmas, so there's could be various interruptions, but we'll see what we can do about keeping stuff coming out. And as ever, thanks for watching and subscribing, and all the great feedback I've had recently, what with the thefts and the vehicle problems and all the rest of it. And if I don't update anything again, have a great Christmas all. See you next time. Now, although this is part of the Morini recommission, it's also a little machining project. So I'm going to do it in this video. And this is the brake link rod, one of the operating arms, and a clevis pin. And this is a stainless steel pin. Bit excessive that it's a hollow one. You know, this isn't a race bike. There's no point in trying to save weight everywhere. And I wasn't happy with the fit of this thing. It's rather loose in both the operating arm and the clevis there. So I'm getting 5.9 on here, which would probably be a sensible size in a 6mm hole, but I would suspect that this isn't a 6mm hole. Some things were already existing in the market long before standardizations came along and established themselves as their own standard. So things like loose ball bearings were far more common in imperial sizes than in metric. So for instance, the steering head bearings on the Morini are all 1/4 inch, and 1/4 inch clevis pins are also a standard. And what I've done is I've grabbed some of my letter drills to use as hole gauges. So, which is the smallest one? Okay, that's fairly loose fit. That fits pretty nicely. I'd say that was about the fit I'm aiming for. And that one's really too tight to go in. Just about fits the operating arm, and what we've got here is a D, an E and an F. So looking up in the Zeus book, we get 6.25, 6.35 and 6.55, and the E was the best fit, 6.35, which is pretty much 1/4 inch. So I'm going to make up a couple of new solid clevis pins, and I've got some 400 series stainless, and let's just have a look at this for length. Yeah, I'm happy with the length being just about right. So pretty much copy the dimensions except to make it a larger diameter, not hollow. Obviously these clevis pins have got a cross-drilled hole, and when somebody made this they filed a flat on it to get it started. What I've decided to do is to put the cross hole in before I machine down the diameter, so that it's much stiffer, and it's got a there's obviously much less radius to the surface, and the super spacer and tailstock were already set up here, and I can just ignore the tailstock. So I've got to it's probably was locked on the centre, but I need to find the end of the bar and check that we're all centred up, so I'll start by doing that. My edge finder's 10mm diameter, so I'll comb over 5mm, 0 again, and that's my datum for the end of the rod. Kick, 0 the Y, and it's basically giving me a reading of 20mm, and which will make sense. I'm pretty sure it's a 10mm rod, so we can just do it that way rather than using the half function. I'm going to work, position the hole 2 millimeters in from the end. Try not to get in your way too much. That 2 millimeters looks about right. Grab the oil from the lathe. It's pretty cold out here, and I can feel how reluctant the quill on the mill is to move. Anyway, that's the first one done, and I've actually got a feature on the other end of the bar that I was using with something, so I'm going to do these one at a time, and I'll just show you doing the one. I'll get this out of here and over to the lathe. I'm just going to touch off against the end of the bar beyond the diameter that I'm going to take it down to, because I've already faced the end, and establish a Z datum. I'm getting 9.65. So and looking at the clevis, we're looking at 15.5 millimeters to the shoulder. So I prefer working up to a hard stop. We'll set that. We're going for 15.4 at the moment, and then I'll adjust it when I face out that shoulder. So we can get this diameter roughed down. Let's have some power feed perhaps. In the right direction. Taking a millimetre per pass at the moment. And we'll check our diameter. I'm getting 7.02, so I'll recalibrate the display. And we're aiming for 6.35. So I'll come down to 6.5 and then make a final pass. Check that diameter again. Okay, and it comes down to 6.35. Stop now. Face out. And let's just have a little comparison. If we can hold on to the thing. Yeah. Finishes acceptable, not fantastic. Let's break a couple of edges. left enough room to get in there, which I haven't, never mind. Let's just do a final check and see if that diamond is going to work. Bring the actual clevis in. It feels pretty good. Cross holes in the right place. Now the parting blade is 2mm, so I'm going to line up to the shoulder, just there, 0, and I'll make the head, what do we think? I'll make the head 2mm. Actually, I might get a fraction only, and I may decide to face it to improve the finish. Let's lock the saddle for a parting cut, and I'll come down in speed a bit. Retrieve our pin. So, there we go. One pin. I'll just deburr the cross-drilled hole and I'll stick it in the chuck and face the end and break the edge as well. Bed stop in the way. from deburring the cross hole, that's one completed clevis pin. Well, I just assembled the linkage with the new clevis pin on this end and one of the old ones on here, and if I move this one, there's just barely a little bit of motion, just about the right clearance to stop it seizing up, but with the old one, far too much. So we'll make another one like that, and then that front brake can be reassembled.